How did you come up with such simple scenarios that would, how did you know they would arrest the attention like that? Because that's what struck me about all of these films, that it was simple conflicts that we in the Caribbean experience, like not being able to get your food on time, or just not getting the amount of product that you need to make your product, like the guy in the mango was, and so on. So, I mean, what drew you to these specific conflicts and not others?
Go.
Alright, so mine was Mango Wars, and I guess it was just something that I knew that happens to people in Jamaica in particular, and everywhere. Like it just happens, you know what I mean? You have any kind of fruit tree, especially if it's in the front of your yard, you're in trouble. And that's something that I experienced for myself, you know. At one point we had a big apple tree in the front of the house, and school children and everybody walking by would just find themselves in our yard. And you'd come home and see people in the yard. So, and I think we understood that for what we were trying to do, simplicity was key for this particular kind of thing, as in the propeller, the JAFTA Propella. We knew that it would have to be something that could be shot quite easily in terms of time and wouldn't take too much requirements in terms of budget and things like that.
Well, pretty much every time, it happens to me often, every time I'm in a situation and something happens, good or bad, oftentimes I say, this will make a good movie. And so I'm literally in a line, and there's always usually a man who, you know, behaves like the character in the movie, and I say, you know, this would make a really good movie. So when I got the opportunity, I just write. That's what I base my stories on real life.
Oh, I'll say one thing about that. Okay. I think we have to big up JAFTA for helping to choose these stories, because you know, that's a lot of submissions, but I'm sure that was one of the many things that was really important to, you know, curate films that would sort of speak to a wide cross section of experiences that are, you know, relatable. So yeah.
Anyone?
What question you want to know?
Yeah, question.
I was not a question, more a comment actually. I loved in The City of Mine how you caught the experience of what it might go through as a woman traveling in the bus system or a taxi service and stuff like that. I totally resonate with the whole emotion and things like that. So I really love that one. I mean, I think all films are really great. You guys used as in one spaces, you know. Well, you know, when you come from Jamaica, one of our things, but yeah, I just love how you use the simple storyline and got everything said within a few minutes and stuff like that. So big up to all of that.
All right, yes.
Not really a question, but I suppose since no one else has one to ask, I'll just make a statement. I think it's absolutely admirable to see the support that has been given to you all as filmmakers and to these films from not just, you know, the Jamaican authorities. Your film commissioner is here with you. I mean, this is really, truly amazing, and I can see and I can hope that Trinidad and Tobago will go in that direction, because like any Caribbean experience, we too have simple but powerful stories that I hope will be told. I wanted to especially commend Nile's Fever Dream. Yeah, buddy. Ooh, really nice imagery. I mean, nice story flow. I appreciated the subtitles. Forgive me. I did. I appreciated them. And just to kind of show, and there's another filmmaker who is like you, Damian Wakano, who lets the story sit in its natural language and doesn't try to make the actor, doesn't try to push the actor into a direction of standard English, which is what people tend to expect outside of the region. But I think it's nice when you see all of the films, all of them, settle in its original context with its original grammatic references, etc. So just, you know, my thanks to you for coming to the festival so that we can see these wonderful films, and please keep up the good work, and we hope to see you all on screen soon.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I have a question.
Oh,
Oh, you have one, okay.
Not a question, but just a statement to say how proud we are of JAFTA and for the filmmakers that have come here for representing, and I have to say, Brand Jamaica, and also for the support that the TT Film Festival has given by bringing the films here to premiere, and this is the second year in a row. And we just want to encourage you and JAFTA to continue doing what you're doing, and to thank TT Film Festival for the opportunity to premiere the films here. All the best.
Why did you think it was important to tell the stories that you told? And what is the next step for some of your stories, if there's a next step?
Yes,
sir.
The shyest one who doesn't like to talk. My story code is about a couple of things. Coming of age story is something in the Caribbean we experience a lot, where we have to rebel against our parents to do what we want to do. There's a traditional way of being, and Rasta is a great visual example of that. But it's also about the technology and marrying technology with our traditional beliefs. So it's coding, computer coding, but also a code of behavior and belief system. And so it was that he was a Rasta, so he understood farming, and that's what enabled him to write the code for a farm. I don't know if anyone got that. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay, so my film, This City of Mine, I thought it was important to tell this story because I don't have a car, I have to take the public transportation system all the time. And I am very observant. I often observe the difference between the way women are treated and the way men are treated. And it seems to me that people who don't take the public transportation don't know. I talk to them about it and they just say, oh really? But so they don't know, and I thought this was an issue, and also I wanted to create a film to let the women who go through this every day know that there's somebody who sees it, and we are in solidarity with them. And also for the people who don't drive to kind of understand what's happening and hopefully maybe reach some of the policymakers or reach some of the conductors or the bus drivers. I didn't want to do a whole scale showing men in a negative way, because as you saw, there were some men in there who were different. So I didn't want to just say, oh, all men are bad, because they're not. But so I just wanted to show the different types of people, but really highlight that this is a serious issue. This is something that women go through on a regular basis, and I hope it did that. The next step for the film is I'd like to do a feature to show the cross section of in writing the story. I realized that some of the characters would make an interesting case study. So I think a feature would be good to develop those characters that came out in this short film.
Life is very hectic these days, and sometimes you just have to remind yourself that things happen for a reason. Take things, go with the flow sometimes, and sometimes if you force things, you lose. Sometimes when you wait and you go with the flow, deal with what comes to you, you'll gain. And so that's pretty much one of the main themes that was underneath this film. You know, yes, things happen, but you know, it will make you'll make it worse if you actually, you know, blow up like this guy did. In terms of where I want what's next for this, I actually see it as a TV series. Yeah. Where the main character will be the patty shop, you know, and each episode will be, you know, the different people that come into the shop that day, the different characters, the regulars, the patrons, the workers. So that's what I'm hoping for this.
Well, I serious about my food, right?
Yes, God.
Yeah, man, I get ignorant. But no, I wanted to do, so I've done drama and I've done horror and I've done, so as a director I wanted to kind of try to develop myself as a filmmaker and branch out into different things, and comedy is the hardest one. So hard, like I was over there like biting my nails hoping you'd laugh. But so that was one of my main things behind this, and at the crust of it all, the story is really about your priorities. It's about paying attention to what's really important, and not necessarily getting caught up with, you know, things you can't control or things that are material and not necessarily more important than the bonds that you need to develop and manifest and stuff like that. So that's the story that kind of came out after I started the treatment and through development of the script and so on. And what's next is I want to see if this can become episodic as well, and you know, see what kind of spy versus spy kind of situation with Burton and, you know, Raymond, and yeah, see what can happen there. Yeah.
What can I say? I mean, I guess basically with my story, I wanted to explore certain environments first of all, and I think naturally the lessons kind of come out of what you see visually sometimes. I mean, basically there's always hope. You know, the character we're following is in a very tough spot. He's kind of at the bottom of the barrel in terms of his finances and everything, but he's a good person, and you know, it's basically there's always hope if you look for it and you try hard enough and you're pure of heart, you know. In terms of, I mean, basically for me, I wanted to put show a certain setting that I feel is not really shown that much, to go to Riverton City Dump, which is super gritty and serious, and I mean, I can tell you, shooting there that one day, like, I can tell you, it real. And it had to be authentic. Like, I had to make them speak how they would speak. That's something, trust me, that's something me, I fight for that hard. I think it's very important. So that was a very important thing to observe. And then another thing is, and I know that you guys can relate to this, environmental issues are a big problem in Jamaica. So the fires, these fires happen, you know, every now and then, and they're not really explained. The regulations are not in place to kind of prevent these things. And there's a whole bigger discussion on that as well. So yeah, I just wanted to see if I could kind of touch on a few of these subjects within this storyline. And I guess that's it. And hopefully it kind of speaks for itself. And then because of, I guess, my style of filmmaking, I have to make it sort of dreamy with girl, the whole thing, so that the character was multidimensional as well. It wasn't just, you know what I mean? And next for this is, yeah, it's a feature. I mean, yeah, it's a feature. So,
All right. Well, unfortunately, we are out of time for the Q&A segment, but I believe the filmmakers will be around briefly afterwards. So you can catch them out front at the TTFF section in the lobby. All right, thank you everyone.
Thank you guys, thank you for coming.